called Mahash.
RV University, and he's right now in Jim Corbett National Park. He's joining from there. Yeah.
Oh,
We have we have with us Professor Dr. Amrish Saxena from BME Noida.
yes.
He's also with us. We have Marian Krilli. She's a jury member. We have Meg Igarashi from Japan. Meg's film is going to be the opening film in this ceremony, inaugural ceremony.
Wow.
Give us 2 minutes. We are working out on going live on Facebook also, so more people can see over there the entire program before the opening film. Opening film, of course, will run for this audience only.
Yeah.
And others can see it through Festival Saints as the festival is started. So let's start now. Good evening, friends, and welcome to the opening ceremony of the third edition of Kids Cinema International Film Festival for Children 2022. Without much ado, let's set the ball rolling by playing the festival anthem. We created a festival anthem last year, and we have decided that every festival we will play that festival anthem. Now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and 20 years from now. Please have a look at the festival anthem.
खुला आसमां, आंखों में है सपने, दिल में अरमां, छोटे छोटे पंख, खुला आसमां, आंखों में है सपने, दिल में अरमां। हाँ, छोटे छोटे पंख, खुला आसमां, आंखों में है सपने, दिल में अरमां, छोटे छोटे पंख, खुला आसमां, आंखों में है सपने, दिल में अरमां। चूमूं मैं उड़ते परिंदों को जरा, देखूं मैं परियों का एक जहां, इंद्रधनुष के रंगों से मैं सजा लूं आशाओं की अपनी दुनिया। छोटे छोटे पंख, खुला आसमां, आंखों में है सपने, दिल में अरमां। सारे गा मा पा धा पा गा पा, सारे गा मा गा रे नी सा रे सा, ला 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 ला
So that were the little kids. You see, when they grow up, 20 years later, they will see themselves like this, singing for our festival again. We truly call it a kid cinema in reality. However, we have discovered through our previous editions that this indeed is good, wholesome family cinema that's engaging, entertaining, and thought-provoking. That makes very, very monetizable. What's more, that's potentially monetizable. India still doesn't have that kind of kids cinema culture which is existing abroad. But we really believe that these films can become big for public commercial screenings in the years to come. And whatever we are doing right now is probably evangelizing that cause in our own little humble manner. Our strategic partners, our academic partners who bring to us ideas, content, audience, and much more. Let us know who they are, because without them, creating this festival was not possible. Let's play the films of some of our key partners: CIFEJ, RV University, DME Noida. One by one, we will know a little bit more about these organizations, and then we'll take the next steps.
CIFEJ is an international center for distribution and promotion of audiovisual media for children and young people.
CIFEJ is a multicultural network of all audiovisual media professionals working for children and young people.
CIFEJ gives children the opportunity to express themselves via camera.
We now see the next film of another partner, RV University. It's a very large university in Bangalore, and recently we had signed a MOU with them.
In the colonial era, M.K. Gandhi and M.M. Malviya inspired Sri M.C. Sivananda Sharma, a young man from Karnataka, to educate the future citizens of a liberated India. In 1940, he envisioned this dream with a single classroom of just 6 students in Bangalore. Sri D.A. Pandu then took on the baton of RV with the same fervor. For 81 years, their passion to educate thrived from that classroom of 6 students with an overwhelming community of 6 lakh scholars, staff, and professionals today.
Carrying this legacy forward, we proudly announce the launching of Rashtriya Vidyalaya University,
A conglomerate of world-class academic institutions that will lead to global happiness, peace, and prosperity.
So that was about RV University. Now, just want to tell you that we had signed an MOU with them recently, and we will be showcasing our films to the students of university. We'll be engaging with the students in filmmaking in various aspects. Dr. Piyush Roy, that I had mentioned some time back, he is here with us from RV University. We will see the next film of DME Noida, a long-time partner for us. Amrish ji is here with us from DME Noida.
The first impression that comes to our mind about any college: tall buildings, big classrooms, large lobby areas, thick books, IT labs, assignments, class tests, and projects. Nothing besides that. Every hour, minute, second spent here help us carving and shaping our persona, cultivating innovative mindsets for the challenging world. Learning is a lifelong process. Sharing knowledge, inculcating values of life, spark the innovative horizons of mind. Fun and frolic is the nature of every nook and corner here. A daily dose of thrill we are sure to get here.
So DME Noida is a very prominent institutes of media and a lot of other discipline. Professor Amrish Saxena is here with us from DME Noida. Sir, he has been a long support. He has supported the festival in many ways, all editions. And I had been to the institute. It's a world-class facility for training students in media. They have a studio which is just like a television room, newsroom, and there's a audience place, and there are a lot of other facilities that students get to learn in terms of the way media functions, TV functions. It's a beautiful campus they have in Noida. So now let's move forward. Once again, like last year, this festival will be virtual and the films will be available online for your viewing convenience on our screening partner festivalsaints.com for the whole month starting today, all the way up to next year to the 2nd of January 2023. So you have a month to go. You have a month to look at the best films for children, and you can watch through the month once you visit the site and register yourself over there. There are 50 shortlisted films which will be available for viewing, and the winners of these among these 50 are best out of the 24 films that I had spoken. These winners will be declared on 11th of this month, December 11th, in presence of all the juries and invitees. However, before we go ahead, let us show you something more on the current edition. Can we play the next edition video? So that was a glimpse of what is going to come. You must have seen that side by side, we have our usual roster of masterclasses, workshops, panel discussions, show and tell presentations by industry experts, specialists, and stalwarts. You may keep yourself updated by logging on to the festival website, www.kidscinema.in. That's in kids with a Z, kidscinema.in. We have received a total of 1,134 entries this year from 90 plus countries across the world in 106 languages, some in languages never before used for filmmaking. some interesting tribal languages films were submitted in this edition, which is very interesting experience for us to watch. These films were viewed by our selection team on a basis of some very precise and exacting criteria. Starting from the top, children are children and not adults. So what's good for the goose and gander may not be good for the gooselings, or at least till they are old enough and the natural naivete gives way to maturity and the kids become more capable of understanding and standing up for themselves. For that, some necessary filtration was to be applied. The kind normal, protective parents and teachers would, as they guided their wards, kids and youth through their foundation years, erring if need be, on the side of caution. Good, clean, wholesome cinema that championed good values, morals, and ethics together with peaceful coexistence and universal brotherhood, love for the environment, love for learning, sustainable growth, and above all, did not corrupt the natural innocence of youth. It was a tough task, and our curation team came through with flying colors. Please meet our curation team now. Grateful to all of them. We have had calls at 2 a.m. and 1 a.m. in the night at times. At times they were keeping aside their family responsibilities and routine things, and they were watching films, and they were dedicating few hours every day consistently for weeks and months. And I must really thank all of them from the bottom of my heart. And now let us take you to, let's see what they have curated for us, what they brought out of those 1134 films that we received. Let's see that next official selection part here now. Wow. So that was 1134 films which were pruned down to 50, leaving a formidable task for the juries to select the best from. And yes, we also have a young jury with us who will be judging short films that were made for children by adults. We have some of the jury members and some of the child jury members are here. May I request all the child jury members to switch on their camera if they can. If they're in a situation to switch on, please switch on your camera. In fact, everybody can switch on their camera. There's no problem at all. As long as there's no issue of bandwidth at your end. So, jury members are diverse, varied, with rich experience of their own. Some of them are filmmakers. Some of them are international producers. Some of them are festival directors. Some of them are journalists. And some of them are artists. So it's a very interesting mix of a jury that we have in this festival. And in terms of child jury, which we call young jury, not child jury, because they are all are very intelligent people and passionate for films. So we have one artist who plays flute, and she's an award-winning artist in the state of Maharashtra over here. She received many awards. We have a filmmaker, a young, I think 8th or 9th, 10th standard, Mannat from Delhi. She's a young filmmaker. She has made a film on Varanasi, Banaras, India's cultural capital, so to say. And we have other young filmmakers from Delhi, Mumbai, and a couple of places. They are all passionate about films. They watch films, they analyze, they review them, they critique them, discuss them. So everybody who's here in the jury are very passionate about the cause. So let's know something more about our jury members, adults and young jury both. So that was a glimpse of our jury members. We have been working on this festival for past few months, and everything that is coming out is a hard work of many of our partners who really work at the back end, whether it's the website, whether it's the creative, or whether it's the design, or whether it's PR, or so let's take a look at our co-creators, our esteemed partners for the last 3 years who stood by with us all this while, thick or thin. And without them, this festival would not have been a reality as it is today. Let's have a look at them. So these were some faces which most of us don't see. I am grateful to each of them in the way they have contributed and supported us at different points in time. Now, as I was talking to you about our esteemed jury members, many of our jury members are here. So I would like to invite our jury members and request them to speak briefly about the festival, their association, how they see things for us in future, etc. Let's start from Gabriel France. Gabriel, why don't you speak 2 lines about yourself? Also, of course, I know you very well, but some of us over here would like to know a little bit more about you, and then about the festival, etc., films, etc., that you have seen. Some brief, you can speak.
Yes, hello all. I am living in Paris, and I had unluckily an Indian film festival a couple of years ago, and it was very, very interesting because here in France, they only know about Bollywood, they don't know about independent films. And we had absolutely magnificent films coming from all of India. But unluckily, I mean, we did not find enough money, not enough sponsors, and so we had to stop it after a few editions. That's how I know Ramesh Tekvani, because we worked lots together. He was my Indian correspondent with a couple other ones, but he was the main one. And we had, this festival was beautiful. It was on the main alley of Paris. It was on the Champs-Élysées, in the biggest cinema of the Champs-Élysées. But I think that the Indian government didn't understand, unluckily, the importance of such an event. And so we got no real help. That's what it is. Otherwise, I'm a programmer of short films. I did that for many, many, many years, and I saw so many thousands films, as much as you saw for this edition, I think, probably. And I did as well short films. And otherwise, concerning your festival, well, I find it marvelous to do a festival just for kids from all over the world, having a kids jury, which is a rare thing in France. You don't find that, actually. And bravo, it's amazing.
Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you for the nice words. We have with us Marian Creeley. She has joined all the way from Ireland. Marian has been a jury in all editions of the festival so far, and we are indeed grateful to her for giving her for being able to spare her time. Always she is there in our events, and we are really grateful. Marian, would you like to talk a little bit about yourself and your views on the festival to everybody who's present here? You have to unmute.
We try again.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. I'm very honored, actually, to be here and to get a chance to say a few words. And for the fact I have the pleasure of seeing these films from the other side of the world, as it were. I've been a TV producer. I was a TV producer for decades, too numerous to mention. And but in part of my life, I mean, I made programs for adults and of different varieties and styles, but I was also worked in the children's program making area. And I was invited to be executive producer for the children's documentary series for the European Union. And well, it was actually the European Broadcasting Union, I should say. And that started me with it gave me the opportunity to have a very good experience of the global world of children's producers. And I have to say, I find people like yourself talking about a diversity in a true sense, you know, making films and allowing a voice to tribes or nations that were never otherwise heard, or parts of society and community that were never otherwise heard, and being quite brave about the stories that are done. Like I notice in two of the films I'm watching, there is bad relationships with the parents. There's aggression for the husbands. That's, you know, it's been, even in the West, it's been quite recent since we touched on these, we began in the media to talk about these things. So this, and really it's in the children's program area, actually you see the bravery to do it, which is quite extraordinary, in fact. So with the EBU documentaries, we had Egypt and Jordan and Japan and Turkey as members. So the EBU got very broad, in a sense, much broader than the European Union. And it was fantastic because we learned as well that there are different ways, obviously, of storytelling, and how you put your story together is done differently in different cultures. So I did, from being in that job, get to work somewhat in Asia and in Africa, but India actually was not a member. So having been invited to be on this jury has given me a great opportunity to see works also from India, and to become more, to try to become more understanding of the different ways in which Indian producers and directors might actually approach storytelling. So thank you for that opportunity and experience, and I'm very delighted to do it. And this year I'm about 3/4 of the way through my viewing, and there's a really excellent standard. So congratulations on that. So thank you.
Thank you, Marian. Thank you, Marian. We have a very interesting personality with us from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Shander. She has been doing a lot of work for children. Shander, why don't you speak a little bit about the work that you do for kids out there?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Thank you. So a couple of years ago, I started a library and museum for remarkable works by children called the Children's Collection. And the idea is to collect works by writers, composers, artists, inventors, entrepreneurs, and of course, filmmakers. And when I was looking into, when I was researching films, I came across the Kids Cinema Film Festival. And I just fell in love with all of the amazing work from around the world. I do want this to be an international collection. And so I contacted Praveen and I said, do you think any of the children would be interested in having their work added to a museum collection and a library collection? And he let all the kids know. And I, 4 of them let me take their work and put them into our collection. So to be able to be on the jury this year is a real honor. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I hope we'll get some more of this year's films for the children's collection. And like I said, I collect works of all kinds from kids. So, you know, if they're screenplays, I would love to have those, and scripts from plays and things like that. So if you happen to know of kids who would like their work in a library permanently preserved, which is, I'm an archivist, so that's kind of my mission, is to take these things that, you know, maybe just end up in someone's attic, you know, over the years, you know, maybe parents hold on to their kids' work or whatever, but it really should be showcased. That is my mission, is to preserve it for the long term and to let kids inspire kids by seeing what other kids can do and have done. So I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Shander. Thank you. I see Fahmid Shantanu from Bangladesh. Fahmid, Shantanu ji, can you switch on your microphone and unmute yourself, please? Fahmid?
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Everyone.
We cannot see you. Can you switch on your camera also if possible?
Yes, it is possible. Let me start my camera as well. Yeah. Hello, everyone.
So,
Good evening
Fahmid
from Bangladesh.
Shantanu from Bangladesh. He is a children's filmmaker, part of CIFEJ, and recently has been doing a lot of good work for children in a local television channel. Please talk to us about what you have been doing and other things that you would like to share about the festival.
I would like to share with everyone. The Legion people are here. All people are very experienced, and the people knows what is kids cinema is. I have been working in this field from 2005. We started 1 minute film in Bangladesh, in fact, and it was associated with the Netherlands 1 minute junior foundation. And at the same time, we had some good projects with UNICEF, with Free Press Unlimited from Netherlands, and so many organizations we work with. And our focus was to create children filmmakers, in fact. So we had almost 24 workshops all over the Bangladesh, and we made in every workshop we had 20 children, and the children made their own films with their own ideas and all this thing. And we have a platform now, that Enigma TV. So it is a platform for the children's filmmakers. So we are just 6 months we have opened this platform. I hope I can share the exciting films with you people. And I have been working in television last 25 years. From the beginning, I was a journalist, but after that, I became producer, and now I am working as a general manager. So this is me, and I have organized so many film festival in Bangladesh, especially 1 minute film festival in Bangladesh. And at the same time, I am associated with almost all the children filmmaking related works, like workshop, like festival. We have another festival in Bangladesh, Children Film Festival, organized by Children Film Society, CFS Dhaka. So they are doing some good things. And at the same time, so many workshops, and I have taken some initiative to work with the school children online. So I have, we have in Bangladesh, we have in 28,000 schools all over the Bangladesh. So we are working on that issues as well. So we are creating a platform for the children where children can play chess, Ludo, Carom, and all these things. Beside that, children can learn some skill development like idea development, script writing, camera operation, photography, graphics design, animation, and all these things. So we are working hard to engage children so that they can learn it from the remote areas as well. Because now mobile phone is available all over the Bangladesh. So everybody is using Android phone. So we would like to use that opportunities so that kids can get in touch with us and learn something for their future career as well. And Praveen, thank you very much for connecting me. So I'm very much blessed that last 3 years, Praveen and me was very closely working with this kids cinema, and he was excellent basically, because he always shared informations, and always we discuss, we had chat, and excellent, and the people around us, day by day the new people are coming, and the legendary people are coming, and I hope children's cinema will be in a good position in all over the world. And I think it should be a film festival like Cannes Film Festival for the kids. So let's work on it. One fine morning we'll find out, inshallah, that we have a very good kids cinema festival in a central position all over the world. And wish you good luck, and everybody, thank you so much for your time and bearing me. And Praveen, thank you for this excellent event. And I am very excited to watch the film, in fact. So the made by the children. I'm very excited, very excited. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. It's evening from Bangladesh, and thank you and good night for everyone.
Thank you so much, Shantanu-ji. Ramesh-ji has been with us from the first very festival. He has been jury on the festival. He has deep insights. He has been a great support to me personally in terms of ideation and execution of things for the festival. Rameshji, would you like to say something?
What is there to say that I haven't shared with you people at all? But before we started, I think I wanted to share something with all of us. I was in Goa recently for the International Film Festival of India, IFFI, at the NFDC Film Bazaar. And we had a panel discussion where I think Jitendra Mishra, who's part of us, was there on the panel, and the censor board chief was there also. And I asked him a question from the audience, what should be the norms for children's cinema? He had already recited, a couplet in Hindi in the beginning of the session, which to surmise said that don't take away their innocence before their time. Let them live through let them be children. So let their films reflect that. Because sometimes we have dance shows on TV where the little girls are, dancing like Nautch girls, when they should be dancing like children. So children must be children. So I shared that with Praveen, is that when we are having a criteria for judging, then we must have something where our teachers and our parents, where how they take care of our children, we must take care of the films, and we must, honor the same responsibility. So this is it. I think this is what I'd like to share. And, the idea of you, keeping jury continuously is that, we get together and we have, slowly we have more and more ideas and pooling in. Like we didn't know there was a museum, of films in South America or Mexico, or, that Bangladesh is, very active in filmmaking. And of course, when we see the Marian's film, then we will discover something quite different altogether. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. And I'm really, grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Rameshji. I saw Mr. Prakash Bal Joshi. I think he is no longer with us right now. There are kids jury members also, young jury members also we have with us. Now, I think I would like to speak to some of our key partners of the festival. Amrishji represents DME Noida. He's been with us, supporting us for all our editions earlier. Amrishji, please say a few words.
Yeah, just. Thank you, Praveenji. So it's always a pleasure to be part of the endeavors that you have been making. I mean, both the festivals that you have set for the last 3 years or so, the culture cinema and the kids cinema, both have their own niche area. There might be a lot of film festivals where in which all kind of films are showcased, but then you have focused on a particular kind of films, and particularly if we talk about the children's film, this is one area which is, I would say, is completely neglected in India. As far as from the government level is concerned, there used to be just one society which was founded by the government to support children's cinema, that has been abolished. Because the kind of governance that we have, or the kind of polity that we have in India and maybe in many other parts of the world, there are people sitting in the governance who do not find it very comfortable to see that good cinema happens, or any such cinema which happens, which may be the cinema of resistance, or wherein some extra freedom is enjoyed. But the creative freedom is enjoyed by the filmmakers. So that is how any government is apprehensive of any good cinema. And obviously in today's time, the way the internet has penetrated, the way the adult contents have gone deep into every country, every system, every platform. So there might be a thinking, I do not know, that there is no need of good cinema, healthy cinema, or cinema which is meant for children, because everything is accessible to everybody. So even, and this problem has further aggravated during the last 2 years when COVID-19 happened, when all education became online and the students were in possession of all the electric gadgets because they were necessary for their education and all. And then I believe that the institutions, the parents, they had little care about this, that the children's accessibility is not there to the content wherein should not have been there, but it happened. And so that is how this is some area wherein these kind of efforts, the kind of effort that Praveen Nagda ji is doing. So there is really a need of creating this kind of movement wherein good cinema is created for the children. Also, a platform is provided to the children for making some good, healthy cinema. And even viewing should be promoted more. Brainstorming should be there on such kind of issues wherein there is more sensitization that this kind of cinema, children's cinema, is really need of the hour, whatever technological changes happen. But this need will always be there, because if we do not allow children to remain children, then whole society has to pay the price for that. So that is how this kid cinema is really a big movement, and I am happy to be associated with Praveen Nagda ji in this endeavor, and whatever little I am able to do, I am always there for such kind of initiatives. Thank you.
Thank you, Amrish sir. You had mentioned about Children's Film Society, and I would like to say that I was also associated with the CFSI. At one point in time, I used to be on the other side of handling the public relations for CFSI for a couple of years. And that's when I was in touch. That's where I came in touch with Dr. Shravan Kumar, who was then CEO of CFSI. And Dr. Shravan Kumar and Ashish Kulkarni ji, जो हमारे साथ में हैं अभी, if these two men had not been in my life, then kids cinema would have never happened. So I think that's a acknowledgement and the respect that I have for them is immense. And Ashish ji has been helping in not only this festival, but he helped me create the Culture Cinema C2F2, which is also another unique kind of festival. Ashish ji, can you unmute yourself? We want to hear you, and we want to see your face.
Hi, Praveen. First of all, hearty congratulations on the 3rd edition. And it's been quite a journey, and we have seen, all the effort put in by you and your team to, do this year after year. Doing 2 festivals is not easy. And to the knowledge of, our Amrish ji, I must tell him that Children's Film Society has not been abolished by India. It is getting restructured. It's merged with NFDC. We are bringing it back in a very big avatar with co-production as an integral part. And we have just written the National Animation Gaming Visual Effects Comics Policy, which will be out soon. We have submitted our report. I have been a member of the task force. And it's coming in the new avatar in a very big way, and a large amount of encouragement for creating children film and the children content altogether is going to be a reality in India. Not only that, you will see a lot more initiatives which you cannot disclose at this point in time. But I think the whole concept about the culture of kids going to cinema theaters. When we were kids, we used to go on Saturday, Sunday mornings, and the morning shows used to be very critical for us. I think somewhere we are missing that, and I think we need to bring back some culture of that kind. Nevertheless, you cannot start. You cannot stop the kind of evolution that happens in the world, and the technological evolution has happened into the digital content ecosystem, and the digital content economy has got developed. But we as content producers needs to be very strong, and we need to make sure that we are present in every single kind of media that is getting created for our kids. And I think we need to make ourselves present in all these areas. The debate is on whether we should have cinema as only going to theaters, or cinema would also be digitally consumed. And this is not only for children's cinema, this has been a big debate for other forms of cinema as well. And I think that's one of the reasons we need to really see that we keep the cinema culture for kids going, and find our ways and means of convincing the parents to make sure that they bring this exposure to their kids, because there's a huge amount of learning, not only entertainment, but an indirect education that happens is phenomenally higher. And I think that's where Praveen's effort have been very commendable. And I only feel that we are able to make this bigger year by year. And in third year itself, we have more than 600 entries and more than 70-80 countries participating. It's a big sign. I think we need to target that the year fifth that we do in 2024, we will cross more than 120 to 150 countries participating, with more than 1,000 to 1,500 films coming in, and how we can actually make this as a brand out of India. Because most of the film festivals are supported by the government. There are very few film festivals which are privately kind of nurtured and taken forward. And this is one effort, because the culture cinema is also a unique idea, and the kids cinema also is a unique idea to be done by a private organization. And I wish each and everyone all the best for a success of this. And it's a very proud feeling for me that something like this from India is making an international mark, and very soon you're going to see this as an international brand coming out of India in the world of children's cinema. So I can wish everybody all the best and happy viewing. And we would like to do certain sessions where I would like most of you to come back and contribute with these sessions that we're going to do. Thanks so much, Praveen.
Thank you, Ashish ji. Thanks so much for the great words. It's a lot of motivation and support that has always come from your side. The first time when I spoke to you and said I want to do something like this, you said "Karte hai na, let's do it." So that is it's like framed in my mind very well. Now, just to tell you one small thing, that one of the wishes that you were saying, that has already been completed. We have 1,134 films in this edition.
Oh, great.
And we have 90 plus countries and 106 languages films which are there that we have today this time. So it's quite a mix.
Yes.
We have some films in some tribal languages on which the films were never made earlier. So that's another benchmark that we would say that we achieved this year. Coming to the culture cinema part, in the last session of culture cinema, I had a wonderful suggestion coming from truest of our well-wisher, Professor Ujjwal K. Chaudhary. He has suggested how to scale it up and take the festival not just to media schools but also to other schools, etc., etc. So we went ahead and implemented that, not just for C2F2 but also for kids cinema, and we signed up an MOU recently with RV University in Bangalore, and so I really value that suggestion, and we will keep implementing such good ideas that help create this brand and make it better and bigger, and have more engagement from people across India and elsewhere. So Professor Chaudhary is here with us. I think I would like to ask him to say a few words before we go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to hear Ramesh ji, Amrish ji, and Ashish ji, the last three speakers I have heard. And I totally agree with Ramesh ji when he says the curiosity and the innocence of the children are to be preserved. I mean, they are not expected to behave like adults and lose their innocence of the childhood through some of the ways they are being portrayed in cinema and the type of cinema that they are exposed to in through television and other forms. So that's a big challenge in times of open communication, in times of OTT revolution sweeping the world, in times of television revolution, which is old now, which is on decline, but still the curiosity and the innocence of the children to be preserved is through cinema or through the visual medium is a challenge. But the fact that you are doing kids cinema and now in the 3rd edition with the numbers that you have just now spoken is great. What I would add, I mean, you had asked me to speak also during your culture cinema, and the one suggestion that I had given, you've already put in practice. Great, I appreciate. What I would like to mention here, even this kids cinema can actually come as an evolution or final chapter. Kids Cinema Festival can be a final chapter of a children's cinema movement across the country or across whichever states you would like to do. For example, Rayans International School Group, there are 140 schools, they organize a children's film festival. And a beautiful, they have contests within the schools. Then the winning films come together at the national level in Mumbai. And Mukesh ji was leading that project, Mukesh Sharma ji. And then they have this festival. I was a jury there once, so I know. And I had the great pleasure of sharing the platform with Amin Sayani, Minali Thakur, and Tabassum. Unfortunately, Tabassum ji just passed away a few days ago. So if you could create a children's film movement through understanding cinema workshop in chosen schools which volunteer to organize it and put in resources for doing that with an expert in coming and showing 1 or 2 full cinema, that's feature cinema, and 1 or 2 short cinema. So the short film. So if this can be done across many schools, and then the schools are encouraged to make the teenager students, call them teen directors, panorama, and ask them to put in 1, 2, or 3 minutes cinema, even mobile cinema also. So if they can, the children can really do it. So one is understanding cinema, reviewing, understanding, sort of a media literacy through cinema. That's through the workshops. And then a little bit of training on making of cinema, even if it is using a mobile, and then having a contest, and that contest coming in the final chapter. So all these leading to an international kids cinema festival. So if this can be a part of a movement where this festival is the final chapter, it will actually have a sustained impact. That is what is necessary. Cinema often is misunderstood. Its role in society is misunderstood. Today, there is a lot of awareness about it, but still there is much more to do. I will end up here, and I really appreciate your doggedness about doing things. Once you decide, तब वो आप अपना भी नहीं सुनते हैं. जब आप ठान लेते हैं, तब अपना भी नहीं सुनते हैं. When you decide, you don't listen to yourself. You just listen to the goal, to the mission. Thank you, and keep doing good work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So we have this, one of the categories that is kids made films. I think it's a very good idea to link that category with your vision that you have shared just now and the suggestions that you have made. And I think it's a very good suggestion. We should start implementing it from the current, after the current edition. As we
that
go in
can
the
only
next
happen.
year.
That can only happen if there are people who are backing you with money, government and private sector. It cannot happen only on the hard work of yours.
Yes, I agree. But when there's a will, there's a way. And as I said, that if we have to do it, we have to do it. So for me personally, it's a lifetime mission. I would like the grandchildren of myself and all around over here, they should talk about, oh, you had taken part in Kids Cinema 1, 2, and 3. So that's all. And yes, of course, you are very right. You need financial backup. I'm sure we'll have some things in the days to come, and which will enable us to move forward. Now, it's been a long 1 hour plus, I think, time that we have spent so far talking to each other. We have been showing you some films, and it's probably a time nearing the end of the session. But before we do that, I want to thank each and everybody, all the jury members who are here, all the filmmakers that are here, some of the members from different schools are also here. I see representation from Naval Children's School also here. Shalini ma'am is there, and a couple of other people. Let me thank all of you to join this inaugural session. We have something important to talk before I sort of end this session before we move ahead. In the festival, we have an opening film now. It's a beautiful film from Japan. The director is with us, Meg Igarashi. Meg, can you switch on your camera, please? We would like to speak to you also briefly before we see the film. Meg is a Japanese American who grew up loving musical theater. She first started out acting as a kid in community theaters and then started making videos for fun in high school. She has also recently started writing and putting her own songs. Kid Heart is a first short film directorial debut. She wrote, directed, wrote the original songs and edited also. According to Meg, Kid Heart is a short film about a very close Japanese family that is loosely based on mine. In Japan, it's common to not be very affectionate, and I thought it would be nice to share what you normally can't say through original songs. That's the beauty of musicals, and I hope to see more musical films done in Japan. I hope it's a film that can make you smile, but also make you feel something. So before we watch the film, I would like Meg to speak to us on her experiences and a little more than what she has told to us. And she can speak to all the audience which is present here and all those who are watching us live on Facebook live. Of course, when we start the movie, we will stop the Facebook live because the movie will restrict to the audience here and Festival Saints. Please, Meg.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you for, I think you basically covered everything I wanted to say, but yeah, it was a really fun experience making the film. I also have my friend Ayaka that composed and did the score for the film. She's in the in this chat right now as well. But yeah, I think the experience making this film was just a really good one with really amazing people involved. And I'm still trying to write films right now, and I'm trying to submit for fundings at the moment. But I just wanted to say thank you for picking my film and letting it be a part of this awesome festival. And I just hope you like the film.
Thank you, Meg, for being with us. And we have all watched. Many of the jury members have also watched the film, and we find it beautiful film for us to see and for our kids, etc. So now we will go and soon watch the film over here. All those who are present over here will be able to watch the film. Let's wait for a few minutes.
そうだよね。うん、ありがとう。あ、もしもし、急なんだけど、今日ミアのこと預かってもらうことってできる？うん、そうだよね。うん、大丈夫。ありがとう。
お母さん。じゃん。おじいちゃんは？
Yes, must.
久しぶり。あのさ、今日ミアのこと預かってもらうことってできるかな？
おじいちゃん。
ミア、じゃあまた後でね。
うん。バイバイ。
ミア、どこにいるの？お願いだから出てきて。
おじいちゃん。おじいちゃん。戻ってきて。悲しい時あったら気持ち伝えよう。できないことあったらいつでも話そう。大事な人がいたら近くにいよう。あなたが本当に必要。
大きな失敗しても許してほしい。年取ってきても会えますように。忘れたことあったら教えてほしい。愛してる人のために。
ああ、辛いことあっても一緒に乗り越えなきゃいけないね。Family is what we really need. Family is what I believe.
したいことあったらやってみよう。時間を大切に生きてゆこう。
疲れたらいつでもちゃんと休もう。無理せず元気でいいよ。
辛いことあっても一緒に乗り越えなきゃいけないね。
Family is what we really need. Family is what I believe. 心配しないでもう十分だよ。人生楽しんで一緒に行こう。家族がいてよかった。本当を大事にして愛してよ。
事をやってて幸せでいて忙しくなっても連絡はしてここにいるから安心して何でも試してみて辛いことあっても一緒に乗り越えなきゃいけないね
Family is what we really need. Family is what I believe. Family is what I believe.
おじいちゃんはミアがいて本当に幸せだよ。
おじいちゃん。
それ
お
おお
ね。
あらあら
お母さん。
どうしたの？帰るよ。
待って。
何？どうした？
これからお互い助けよう。
これから
どんどん乗り越えよう。辛い時は
まだ来る
でも一緒にいれば大丈夫。これからたくさん会いましょう。これから思い出作ろう。一人だと悲しいけどみんなでいると楽しい。
みんなで行けばいいな
家族はいつもいる。いつもいる。必ず
So once again, congratulations to Meg for the wonderful piece of work. That was one of the most beautiful films that I have seen personally, and I'm sure many of you will also relate to the film that you have seen just now. as always, good things come to an end, but always for a new beginning. It's time to conclude the session of today. And I'm thankful to all of you for being a part of Kids Cinema. I'm sure all of you will continue your support and relationship with the festival in the days to come. And we will keep exploring such good creative works in the years to come, something that will help us make our children courageous, brave, good value oriented people, and therefore that will impact the whole society as a whole. That's the vision that we have, and that's what we want to continue doing for the rest of our lives that we have, the years that we have with us. And with this wish, I want to thank you all, and hope to see you all again on 11th during the award ceremony, when the best films will be recognized by the eminent jury members, and their close inspection, introspection, and analysis, etc., will reveal the best filmmakers, best films, and they will get the awards on that day. Till then, goodbye, namaste. Thank you so much.
Namaste.
Thank you, Praveen.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And all the eminent judges.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.